Well then, now we've got that out of the way, we can get on with the video. So basically, this kid, I was playing Fortnite, kind of. I was looking for groups for people who were scamming, and I thought it would be funny to troll some of the scammers. And I came across one, and they said they would get the hacker friend on me, so I was like, you know, go for it, because I wanted to see this. And he came into the party, I kicked him from the party, and this happened. As you can see, he's deleted his messages. However, I clipped him on my phone before he could delete them.
Hey little blood viper, you think kicking me offline a few times gonna hurt me? You know I have like 60 other accounts, and numerous other goals, and numerous other Xboxes, so doing that wouldn't really hurt me.
So first of all, when I hear this clip, I'm like, what do you mean by goals? Bullshit about the amount of accounts you have, because you literally created a new account to harass me, and I could tell it was new because it had 0 gamer score. And on top of that, I don't think you can afford it. You're a kid, you don't have numerous Xboxes.
Oh yeah, and also 13 of my friends, including me, just reported you for hacking on Xbox, so I hope you enjoy your ban. It's gonna be a long...
So now, after hearing this, that I was going to get banned off Xbox Live, I was obviously very, very scared. He also then sent me more messages. So here in your messages, I just confirmed that I would love to see my ban, and that I never said he was scared, as he accuses me of in his voice messages.
You think I care? I'll just report every single one of them. You think kicking me offline is gonna make me scared of you?
Again here, I'd just like to explain that I did not hack him or anything in any way. I literally simply removed him from an Xbox Live party using the kick function that's there. So I don't know why he's saying this.
I just gave the police your account by sending to them saying that you're hacking and stole all my money and my address and have released it to the world. Guess what? Lying is the best key, because now you're going to be arrested for a fine of $250,000.
The thing is, lying isn't the best key when you allow me to record yourself saying that you were lying to the cops in the US about something and committing a federal crime by doing that. So, well done. He now here again admits to his lie, saying that he knows that he's lied about saying that I stole all his money to the police. And then after this, his mum now gets on the mic and accuses me of the same thing, and saying she's a cop. So if she's not, then that's impersonating an officer of the law and is illegal in the US. So you better not be lying.
Oh yeah, and have fun trying to tell the truth, because guess what? They won't believe you. I told them that you stole all my money. I don't care. They will believe me over you. I told them that you stole my account, that you stole my money, and you told everybody my location.
You know, it seems very accurate, since the list keeps, you know, just getting bigger and bigger of crimes that I've apparently committed. But, you know, we'll continue with, you know, a fair judgment.
So have fun having the cops called on you. You are screwed. I called the police. They have your gamer tag, and they know where you live. Have fun in prison. Cops work in groups. They know everything. They work with other countries, stupid. And also, my father is a cop, so he will be after you. We screenshotted everything, so have fun in jail. They're called right now.
So I'd like to ask, what has he screenshotted? You've seen all the messages. Is there anything incriminating them? No, there isn't anything incriminating him. He's just making up bullshit at this point. And I don't believe for a second his father's a cop or his mother, because they seem to just be lying. But now, their mother tells me that I am not American, but I must live in America, apparently. So, yeah.
So I'm just letting you know that I work for Concord, New Hampshire Police Department, and I will already be screenshotting this. We did that. You might not be American, but you live in America.
Oh no. How am I going to tell her the bad news? I'm afraid, miss, I don't live in America. I live in a much better country called the United Kingdom. You know, the one that conquered a third of the globe, like, just a bit ago. You know? World War II? You know, because we were quite influential in World War II. Anyway, she continues to go on at me and tell me that she's a cop, etc, etc, and you just hear it for yourself.
Return my son's money. I will give you exactly 24 hours, sir. Oh, I can see it. We've seen it. I was sitting right here. He called me in. You see, I'm a police I work for the police department.
Seems like you're struggling to make your point there, to be fair. It seems very fishy that you're kind of like wobbling around whether you're police or the police department has done something. I don't really believe it, to be fair.
Just letting you know you are not a very good hacker if you are not smart enough to know that your IEP can be traced. I am a tech. I've gone to school. You can tell that's you. You can tell that I'm a girl, a female that has had 4 children.
Now you say you've gone to school. I have to ask one simple question since you called an IP an IEP. Are you sure you took computers? Because I don't think anyone else is going to make that mistake if they actually took computers. Also, I wouldn't be a good hacker if I didn't know what an IEP was. Because it doesn't exist, an IEP. I know what an IP is though, and I know you can trace back IPs. But I'm not a hacker, because I didn't hack your son. So, stop pretending that I scammed you when I didn't.
Charges are being pressed against you. We are already looking into your IP address. Have fun in jail.
Yeah, I just need to confirm again that you're going to jail! That's basically what he said there, isn't it, boys? He's just trying to go on and on to make me think that I'm actually doing something wrong, possibly to try and scam me back. But I don't know.
IP address, dummy. You know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, and we do have it, by the way, so have fun.
First of all, you criticize me for how I say it after your mum says it wrong, and then say that you have my IP address, although you accuse me of being in a completely different country. Very certain you do. Kind regards, Blood Viper. So at this point he kind of chickens off a bit, and I, message him a couple times and he won't reply. And he finally replies after I send him 2 audio messages of me recording his audio and what he said.
That's incriminating evidence right there, boy. You just lied to the police, man, and that's illegal in the US.
Oh, and the first one is quite hard to hear at the start, so what I said was that I'm sure the police would like the evidence of him saying that he's not telling the truth. So, yeah. Anyway, it got him to message back, so that's good,
Too late, they already been called.
So yeah, apparently it's too late if the police are being called. Apparently they don't do an investigation or anything. So yeah. I'm gonna get arrested, boys.
Actually, you saying you have 400 accounts active on your Xbox is a lie because you can have a maximum of 100 or even less on one Xbox, so...
Yes, it is true. You can only have, 36 accounts active on an Xbox, which you didn't know at the time. But I have them written down on a piece of paper so that I can sign them back in. So I can have 400 Xbox accounts if I really wanted to.
Point proven.
So this is the last voice message that he sends me, sadly. But we have more text messages from him and a couple of his friends that I'll go through. So this guy who's an alt account of Smoke messaged me, "Hello, Blood Viper," and I tell him to join my party. And then he asks me to do him a favour. So I say, obviously, no. And he offers to give me £1,000. I call him out for using his alt and say, no, I'm not dumb. And then he said, continuing to try and lure me with money, if you want the money then listen. And he says I got the money from Smoke, and I'm like, nope. And he says, how about I tell Xbox to ban you? I have friends that work there. And I just don't believe him. There's a voice message where I play him saying that he was not telling the truth, and then I say, go for it, kiddo. And then he says, you say I'm on Xbox app. What you say, I'm on Xbox app, bitch. To which he then says something to do with something and then the N-word, and I reported him, and his Xbox account has been banned, and I say too late, because he tried to delete the message, as you can see on this screenshot. I then am contacted by what I believe is one of his friends, asking me if I think I'm slick. I respond yes, because I really do think I am slick. He says you can't get 400 counts, and I said his alt got banned, because at the time I believed it was him on another alt, because it has 0 gamer score. And then he said, yeah. I said, yes, you can have 400 Xbox accounts, just with a list, and not on Xbox all at once. He then proceeds to ask me what list, and I say pen and paper. I then get contacted by the hacker Smokey after, asking him, is he going to join, is he going to let me talk to his mum, etc, etc, and he responds that he's busy. I said sure. He then gave me 2 emojis, and I said below this, let me talk to your parents. He then just called me a silly goose, I don't know why, and then I said come on, let me, and he just wouldn't reply for a bit from then on. Now we go back to what I like to call the trash talker of the conversation. So after he says he's going to call Xbox and tell me then what I did, which I did nothing, I said okay, go for it, I did nothing, so, and then ... He then put, oh, lie all you want, you're being childish. I don't know how I'm being childish, I'm just saying I didn't do something, but apparently it's childish. And then he said, God is going to send you to hell for lying. To which I respond, I'm not religious, okay? Which is a bit after this, but anyway, I say, I have audio evidence, okay, I'm doing it, and then that's where I say, I'm not religious, okay. He then says, get ready to go to jail. I said, okay, I'm getting ready to go to sleep, because it's quite late, to be fair, and I was quite tired. And then I get everything from him saying, and I'm going to tell the police about TSM as well, and I don't know what TSM is, so I put TSM ? And he basically said the kid that invited Smokey, and I just don't even have a clue. And then he just basically said I do, and then stop lying, and I said I didn't, and then he just went, your judgment today is going to come soon. I didn't know this was a Terminator. And I said, okay, if you say so. This is going to be a beast YouTube vid, because why wouldn't I make a YouTube vid out of this kind of situation? And it says, I don't have YouTube. And I'm like, I don't have YouTube, a platform that everyone can access. So I said, so I don't I can't have access to a public website, and he said, and you don't have hacks, and I was like, yeah, so I don't have hacks. And I said, what am I being arrested for then, apparently, because they're apparently going to arrest me. And he said stealing and scamming, and I said, what did I steal? I tried to get him in the party, and he said $100. And I said, I wish I had $100 because I could buy some new games. And I do wish I had $100 because I could buy some new games. And he said, okay, whatever. So yeah, and I just said I had evidence, and he says the evidence face. I was like, Microsoft has logs. And as soon as I said Microsoft has logs, he's like, okay, I'm calling the police and I'm telling my mum too. So I'm like, okay, let me talk to your mum. And he's like, what is it? Because you wanted to talk to someone that you never had when you were younger, because you were adopted, XD, which is quite offensive to people who are adopted, but I'm not. So I was just like, sure, if that means I can talk to her. And he said, no, you don't deserve the rights to talk to my mom, you're a fool. And he said, XD. I said, if you say so. He said, you're lying. And I'm like, what am I lying about? He's gone back to the beginning again. And he said that you're going to tell the police not to arrest you. So I'm not going to tell the police not to arrest me. I'm just going to go calm and nicely, I guess. And I said, okay, kiddo. And then he said, say all you want to. And I said, okay, I will. And that's the end of this conversation completely. So the other guy says, the original Smoke guy says some more things. So I'll just go through that. He says, join. Oh, no, I say join, man. Let's talk to the parents. Nice try deleting the voice messages. I told him I've recorded them. And he said, lol, I'm scared, XD. Bye, loser, XD. And I'm like, okay. It's like, let me talk to your mum. And I haven't talked to him since yet. So I might make another video if I get more messages from them. But otherwise, just, I guess, I'm not gonna. And I use Fortnite clips because I'm fucking sad and I don't have a life, so it was literally basically the only thing I had on my computer, so I decided to use it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of meme video, I guess. I found it quite funny. So yeah, if I should make something more like this, not that I really can aim to make something like this, it would have to be made up otherwise, but if you want me to release more videos if things like this happen to me on the internet, then just like it or comment. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.